All are welcome to the class of PHP. Like HTML, the PHP class is also going to be divided into three sections. Section 1, Section 2 and Section 3. The first section we are going to see about the PHP files and informations like introduction about PHP and variables, operators and arrays. Remaining things will be seen in the sections 2 and section 3. First we are going to see about the PHP introduction. PHP means it is nothing but hypertext preprocessor, simply known as PHP. If you want to run a PHP, you can't run simply using a browser. You need a server and you need a PHP parser, and then in addition to that we can also utilize databases to run the PHP. So if you want to run PHP, we need a server. So to explain our present class, we are going to use the XAMPP tool. XAMPP means it is nothing but a server of Apache and PHP, Perl and MySQL. So they are collectively known as XAMPP. X-A-M-P-P. So the A represents Apache, M represents MySQL, P represents PHP and P represents the other P represents Perl. So before this class, I had downloaded the XAMPP and then I had installed it in a C drive. If you install them in a C drive and then if you type localhost in the browser, you can easily reach the server. So if you are not knowing how to run the server, you can see now. See, first you have to go to the C drive and then you can find the installed folder of XAMPP, and then within the installed folder of XAMPP you can see the options of XAMPP start and XAMPP control exe. First you should double click the XAMPP start exe. It will start the XAMPP server, and then to know the status of the tools available in this XAMPP, we will click the XAMPP control exe. Okay, so this is how you can start the server, and if you want to confirm that the server is running properly, you have to type in your browser like localhost. So if you type localhost, and you will get the link to the XAMPP. See now, so it means that the server is running. And you can also, instead of localhost, you can also type 127.0.01 in the browser to run the server. So this is what, now we started our server, and this server is provided with PHP and Perl as I told earlier, and here also MySQL is also installed in this PHP. To know that, click this PHP info. Within this PHP info you can see what are the configurations of this PHP and additional components which are installed in this XAMPP for Windows option. You can see now it also contains, and here you can see the XAMPP control panel shows that Apache is running, MySQL is running. So if you want to, now we come to the PHP file, and each PHP file is going to have a tag of PHP less than symbol question mark PHP, and then it should end with the question mark greater than symbol. So this is the tag which is used to define the PH part of a file, and this part of this PHP, since it's a scripting language, it can be incorporated in any HTML file. So now here you can see a simple HTML file written with this HTML. So to run this PHP, we have to add this PHP file in the folder of htdocs which is available in XAMPP. So within this XAMPP you have to create, or you can use the same folder, or you can create a new folder like PHP. Within this PHP you create the file for the PHP. For example, first we created a PHP introduction file for this, or you can create any simple file by using this option. For example, you can take this simple option of my first PHP script. So you should copy this file and then you create a new file here by using a notepad. It's the first file, so we created as PHP, and then the file extension will also should be modified as PHP so that the parser will recognize it as a PHP file, and then you will paste the code. We can type the code new PHP. So this was a simple HTML file up to this, and then we are incorporated the PHP code, and then we close the normal HTML file. With this we are using the command echo. Echo is the command which is used to print any information which is given within this quotes, and then each command should be ended with the colon sign. So this is the basic structure of a PHP file. So after typing this file, you just save it, and then you come to the browser, and then now we are in the htdocs folder. So it is represented as localhost. In addition to this, you have to type PHP, and then you have to type the name of the file, that is PHP. Then you should run the file. Now you can see you will get the output of my first PHP script. So this is how you can simply run any PHP file by using a PHP script. Okay, so next we will see the other file, that is variables, PHP variables. So if you want to give any data to the PHP file, or if you want to run any information through the through using this HTML and PHP file, you can use this variables. The variables are the input value. So variables in the PHP file are defined by using this $sign, and then the assignment to a particular variable is given by the symbol equal operator, and then the variables defined might be either integers, or it may be a boolean values, or it may be a strings, or it may be arrays, or it can give any type of variables with PHP. It does not require predefined manner like in C. It does not require predefined variables like in C. It requires just a variable indication. So if you give a dollar symbol to any variable, it indicates that it's a variable. So this is how you can see here. We will take an example of one thing is here for defining the variable. Now you create, you might have already a file for variable. Here it is there. So this variable file will contain a variable defined $variable to ADBI, which is defined within quotes and semicolon. Then we define another variable like literally, and this is going to be nothing but the say variable is not online quotes by indicating single quotes. So here the variable is defined by double quotes, here the variable is defined by single quote, and then when you define the code, the variable with double quote, it will takes the value. When you define it by single quote, it won't take. So when you print this literally, it will print this value. Whereas if you define with single quote, you won't get the output of this variable. So now you will run this variable file. Yes, instead of this PHP, you type as variable.php. Okay, you run this. Now you will see, we compare the file. You can see first we define the variable as ADBA. Okay, so when this variable is called within quotes, you will get the output of the variable value. Whereas when you given as in single quotes, here we cannot get this value of this variable. So when you get a single quote, the value of the variable is not different. Similarly, we already obtained this variable with the ADBI. So when you print the variable within double quotes, you will get the output of the variable here. Okay, so this is how you can print or pass variables by using PHP. Then the third part of the lesson is going to be the operators. If you want to operate by using these variables, like you can use arithmetic operators like addition, deletion, multiplication, divisions, percentage calculations. Like this, you can do by using these PHP files, or you can assign values like additions, subtractions, or you can equate two values. You can using this assign operators. Comparison operators, you can use it to compare like greater than or lesser than. You can use it using this comparison operators, or you can use increment operators, or you can use logical operators, or you can use string operators by combining two strings like this, or you can use array operators. So like this, we have different type of operators availability in PHP. Around 6 operators are available, like arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, increment or decrement operators, logical operators, string operators, and array operators. Okay. So of these operators, we take as an example of one operator as an additional operators. See here, one additional thing want to explain to you that PHP file can be used to convert normal file into a dynamic file. For that purpose, here we created a file for an operator as a two file. One file is that which is going to get the information from the customer or user. And second file, we are going to do a function of the file. As I hope you remember, the form part of the HTML instruction section, in that we told that forms are usually a static one. When you link it with PHP, it becomes dynamic. See, here is an example where we first created a file, HTML file with form, and then we created another part of a PHP file which will carry out the reaction. So you have to save these two files. One is like operator.html, another one is operator.php name. Okay, so the form file will always containing the form part, and it will containing a two link to the operator PHP file, and the method is post, and then A is the one value and B is another value, and it is given as a name of A and name of B. Then we will give a submit button, and then for the submit button we are going to give a value of multiply, because we are going to get the multiplication output. Okay, then operator PHP will contain the $x is defined with the value of A by using this command x. $_post is a symbol which is used, command is used to get the values from the A, and then this for B. Then we will assign the product of this value into a new variable Z, and then we print the product of these two values by using this line. Here you can define these two variables, and then product of the variables also. So this is how we have to create two files, and then we have to place it in the PHP folder, and we have to run it. So now you can see this, we have created two files, operator HTML and operator PHP. Now we are going to run this operator HTML. Okay, operator HTML PHP file, we will run it. See, now it will ask two values, so I will give 10, and then I will give 5 here, then I will click the multiply button, so I will get the output of 10 into 5 is equal to 50. So this is what the multiplication is carried out by using this program. Okay, so this is what we are getting operators using this PHP. Then the other option is arrays. Array is the information or data structure that stores more than one or more similar type of values in a single value. That is like in mathematics, you can save the values in rows and columns like this. By using arrays in PHP, you can store many values. There are three types of arrays are available in PHP. One is numeric array, the other one is associative array, the other one is multidimensional array. The simple explanation for a numeric array is, here you can see the file, and here we define s numbers variable which contains 5 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 values are given in this number variable, and then we are going to type this 5 values by calling it 5 times. That is what here they define value. Okay, so each values are printed by using this command. That is, for each command, here you $symbol number, so number is here is given as value is 1. Okay, then here you are giving the value, so we changed the number into value, so value 1. Second time when it comes, it becomes 2. Second time, third time, 3, 4, like this. It will print value 1 to 5. So now we will see the outcome of this numeric array. In this we will save 5 values by using this array, and now we will you can see this, there is a file which is containing array php, is the same code as what we see it in the Word file. Now we will run this file by using this array php option. Now see, all the 5 values are displayed here. Okay, so this ends the first section of the PHP class. Thank you.